There were nights I felt forgotten, prayers falling to the floor, questions hanging in the silence like I'd never known you before. The weight of fear sat on my shoulders, hope felt distant out of view. But in the middle of my weakness, your quiet mercy pulled me through. I couldn't see the road ahead, the storm had blurred my sight. Still your hand was steady on me, guiding every step at night. You were riding in the darkness, what daylight would reveal. Every tear became a promise, every wound began to heal.
When I thought I wouldn't make it, when my strength was almost gone,
you were closer than the air I breathe,
holding on. Grace carried me through the fire, grace lifted me out of the flood. When I didn't have the strength to stand, your love was enough. I was held by unseen hands, covered when I had no clue. Looking back I see the truth. Grace carried me through.
I remember broken worship, songs I sang through tears. Faith was trembling in my chest, but I refused to bow to fear. What the enemy meant for evil, you were turning for my good. Every closed and shattered door became a doorway you stood. You restored what shame had stolen, breathed courage in my lungs. Now the story of your faithfulness is rising like the sun. I was pressed but not abandoned, struck but still alive. The same grace that found me low is the reason I survive. When the mountain looked too high, when the valley felt too long,
you were shaping my testimony
all along. Grace carried me through the fire, grace lifted me out of the flood.
when I didn't have
The strength to stand,
your love.
was enough.
I was held by unseen hands, covered when I had no clue. Looking back I see the truth.
You stayed when others walked away. You spoke when doubt was loud. You kept every single promise, though I questioned you somehow.
In the waiting, in the breaking, in the moments I withdrew, your presence never left me. Grace was rewriting what I knew. Not by power, not by striving, not by anything I do, but by mercy without measure that kept making all things new. Spontaneous
It wasn't love,
it wasn't chance.
it was your hand.
It was your plan. Even when I lost my way, you refused to let me fall. Every step I thought was wasted
Wasn't wasted after all.
If I had to walk it over, through the questions and the pain, knowing what I know about you, I would trust you just the same.
Because the valley shaped my vision, and the fire refined my heart. Now I stand in deeper freedom than I did before the dawn.
No regret for the process,
No shame from the past.
every trial had a purpose.
Every season had a test.
Now I testify with boldness
To the one still fighting through, if he did it here for me,
He will do the same for you.
lifted me out of the flood.
When I didn't
have the strength to stand, your love was enough. I was held by unseen hands,
Covered when I had no clue.
now I'm living proof. Grace carried me through the fire.
Grace sustained me in the trial.
Grace rewrote my destiny.
What was meant to break my spirit
Became the strength inside of me.
I am standing as a witness of what heaven's love can do. There is no doubt
About it, grace carried me through. You kept me,
you held me,
you held me,
you held me,
you covered me,
you covered me.
you never let go. Through the fire,
Through the fire,
through the flood,
by your mercy,
by your mercy,
by your love.
your love.
Not my power,
Not my might,
but your spirit
was my light.
Now I'm stronger,
Now I'm free,
all because you carried me.
when I look back over my life.
And see the places I've been.
I can trace your fingerprints on every moment in between.
What I thought would end my story was the chapter that you used to show the world your glory and the depth of love that moves. So I lift my hands in gratitude for everything you brought me through. My testimony will forever be grace carried me through.
There were nights I felt forgotten, prayers falling to the floor, questions hanging in the silence like I'd never known you before. The weight of fear sat on my shoulders, hope felt distant out of view. But in the middle of my weakness, your quiet mercy pulled me through. I couldn't see the road ahead, the storm had blurred my sight. Still your hand was steady on me, guiding every step at night. You were riding in the darkness, what daylight would reveal.
Every tear became a promise, every wound began to heal.
Yeah, when I thought I wouldn't make it, when my strength was almost gone,
You were closer than the air I breathe.
holding on.
Grace carried me through the fire. Grace lifted me out of the flood. When I didn't have the strength to stand, your love was enough. I was held by unseen hands, covered when I had no clue. Looking back, I see the truth. Grace carried me through.
I remember broken worship, songs I sang through tears. Faith was trembling in my chest, but I refused to bow to fear.
What the enemy meant for evil,
You were turning for my good.
every closed and shattered door became a doorway where you stood.
You restored what shame had stolen.
Breathe courage in my lungs.
Now the story of your faithfulness
Is rising like the sun.
I was praying
me through the fire, lifted me out of the flood. When I didn't have the strength to stand, your love, I was held by unseen hands. Covered when I had no clue. Looking back, I see the truth. Grace carried me through.
You stayed when others walked away. You spoke when doubt was loud. You kept every single promise, though I questioned you somehow.
In the waiting, in the breaking, in the moments I withdrew, your presence never left me. Grace was rewriting what I knew. Not by power, not by striving, not by anything I do, but by mercy without measure that kept making all things new. Spontaneous worship. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was your hand. It was your plan even when I lost my way. You refused to let me fall. Every step I thought was wasted wasn't wasted after all.
If I had to walk it over, through the questions and the pain, knowing what I know about you, I would trust you just the same.
Because the valley shaped my vision and the fire refined my heart. Now I stand in deeper freedom than I did before the dark.
No regret for the process, no shame from the past. Every trial had a purpose, every season had a task. Now I testify with boldness to the one still fighting through. If he did it here for me, he will do the same for you.
Grace carried me through the fire. Grace live inside.
A rich strength I never see.
You kept me strong.
You carried me.
You held me up.
You covered me.
Never let go.
Through the fire, through the flood, by your mercy, by your love. Not my power, not my might, but your spirit was my light. Now I'm stronger.
Now I'm free.
Oh, because you carried me. When I look back over my life and see the places I've been, I can trace your fingerprints on every moment in between. What I thought would end my story was the chapter that you used to show the world your glory and the depth of love that moves. So I lift my hands in gratitude for everything you brought me through. My testimony will forever be. Grace carried me